let's talk about something I'm willing to bet a lot of you know exactly what I mean when I say it. The burden of seeing. Just let that sink in for a second. Does that hit you right where you live? That feeling that you're just operating on a totally different frequency, constantly seeing this huge web of connections that, I don't know, everyone else just seems to miss. Yeah. If that quote made you sit up a little straighter, if you've ever felt that weight of seeing 10 steps ahead while everyone else is just looking down at their feet, then you're in the right place. This one's for you. And you're not alone in this. And you're not just overthinking it. So let's really dive into this. What does it actually mean to live in a world that feels like it's made of constant connections? It's a unique way to experience life. And man, it can be both a gift and a seriously heavy weight. This is really the heart of it, isn't it? Other people see a simple conversation, but you see the tiny shifts in tone that connect back to a disagreement from last week. They see a single business decision, you see the ripple effects hitting 3 different departments a year from now. Heck, even planning a vacation isn't just booking a flight, right? It's this whole web of logistics and weather patterns and group dynamics. You see the invisible bridges holding everything together. So, what do you call this? Is it just anxiety? A crazy active imagination? Well, it turns out this way of seeing the world actually has a name. It's a real psychological process. It's called associative integration. And no, this isn't just your brain going wild. It's a powerful ability to take point A and point G and, point Z and instantly weave them all together into one clear picture. It's the engine behind every aha moment you've ever had. Okay, but how does your brain actually do that? What's happening under the hood? Well, it really boils down to 2 key mental processes that are just working in complete overdrive. So on one hand, you've got pattern recognition. Your brain is like a supercomputer constantly scanning your memories, looking for similar situations. It's that voice in your head that goes, I've seen this before, and I know how this plays out. But at the exact same time, you've got counterfactual thinking, which is all about looking forward. That's the voice asking, okay, but what if? What if we did it this way instead? What are all the other possible paths this could take? And get this, that ability to spot patterns isn't just some random personality quirk. It's actually linked to having a stronger working memory. That means you can hold and juggle way more information in your mind at once. And that what-if thinking, it's not just about 1 or 2 options. No, it's about your mind taking one single event and exploding it into a whole universe of potential outcomes. And this is the lightning-fast chain reaction. A simple thing happens, let's say your boss sends you a short email that just says, "We need to talk." For most people, it's just an email. But for you, a whole process kicks off in a nanosecond. Your mind instantly imagines every single alternative meaning, connects it to every past interaction you've ever had with your boss, and spits out a dozen possible future outcomes, all before you've even had a chance to reply. And that right there, that brings us right back to the burden part. Because while this whole process is incredibly powerful, running that mental simulation 24/7 has a very real cost. The result is a really specific type of stress. It's called anticipatory stress. See, you're not stressed about what's actually happening right now. You're stressed about everything that could happen. It's the emotional exhaustion that comes from your brain's amazing foresight. This is the absolute core of it. The stress isn't really from that one little email. It's from the emotional weight of basically living in all those potential futures, the good ones and the bad ones, all at the same time. And it is exhausting. So, look, with all this talk of stress and exhaustion, it's so easy to think of this as a flaw, right? Something you need to fix. But what if it's not something to be fixed at all? Because when you learn to manage the cost, you can start seeing this for what it really is, a genuine superpower. Because that exact same mental process that causes all the stress, it's also the source of some incredible strengths. Seeing connections others miss, that leads to deeper insight. Linking completely unrelated ideas, well, that's the literal definition of creativity. Simulating all those future outcomes is the foundation of strategic foresight. And understanding that complex web of what motivates people, that gives you a massive capacity for empathy. Your ability to see the world as this massive interconnected system, it's not a bug in your programming. It's a core feature of your operating system. It just happens to be a feature that uses a ton of processing power. The key isn't to try and shut it off, but to learn how to manage that power. So here's the question I want to leave you with. Now that you have a name for it, a blueprint for how it works, and you understand both the costs and the benefits, How will you choose to harness the incredible, invisible architecture of your own mind?